gives fudge away like my sweet pop holder lady. I hope her name is Doris and she has a club. All right. On deck we have Colin Katrinek, our headliner tonight. But please welcome to the stage, Craig with a K.
Everybody having a good time tonight? Yeah, all right. So, I'm from Minnesota. I was out visiting the Black Hills. I love to travel. I literally travel everywhere I go. It runs in the family too. My sister loves to travel. She wants to be a flight attendant on one of those private airlines, you know, the jets that the celebrities, you know, fly on. You know, I don't think she's got what it takes. So, man, I mean, she doesn't go a week without spilling her Kool-Aid on the carpet. I travel a lot for work, and that sounds like I'm a CEO who's jet set between LA and Dallas and New York, taking important meetings, right? But I'm a journeyman pest control technician, so I drive around the state in a 10-year-old truck, taking dead mice out of traps and putting chemicals in the water that turn the freaking frogs gay. So I guess I'm really on the road a lot, is what I should say. You know, when you're on the road a lot, you end up making a lot of stops at Flavor Town. Anybody else shocked that Guy Fieri is licensing his name, his good name, to gas station food, huh? Is that the sign of the economy, or do you think maybe he's got himself in some serious gambling debt with the mafia? Are they threatening to break his frosted tips? You see a lot of signs when you travel a lot, you know, that's obvious, right? But you learn things about signs, you know. Signs exist because of human behavior, right? Like I see a lot of signs that say, do not enter, no turnaround, private driveway, will shoot, that sort of thing, right? And those signs exist because of human behavior, right? A great example is my local Target recently put up no loitering signs. Now they didn't do this in anticipation of perhaps people loitering, right? Like teenagers were showing up in their trucks, revving their engines, right? Blowing coal, honking their horns, having a little redneck gay pride parade around the parking lot, right? So those no loitering signs exist specifically because of those teenagers' behavior, right? So I tell you all this to tell you this story. Recently I was driving on a country road and I passed a small cemetery. Underneath the sign for the cemetery was a much larger sign. And in bold, all capital letters, the sign read, "No burial without permission." And I just wonder how many times did the volunteer groundskeeper show up on Sunday after church, find a fresh, unmarked grave, before he was like, I gotta put up a sign. All right, those were all new jokes. We're gonna go on to some oldie but goodies here. I recognize somebody in the crowd from last year, so I'm gonna do this one for sure. Without sight, you can't be attracted visually to anything. So how do blind people know if they're gay or not? I think maybe they conduct a taste test. I don't know for sure. Don't know for sure. What I do know for certain is that exposing yourself to a blind person is a victimless crime. At least that's what my lawyer was able to convince the judge. One time I saw a blind guy walking a three-legged dog. Now, the dog kept looking back at him like, dude, you do know I'm handicapped, right? I think that dog needed an emotional support dog. Which is a phrase I don't understand because I was under the impression everybody got a dog for emotional support. Right? I mean, a dog loves you and doesn't judge you no matter what, right? It's always excited when you come home, right? Even a pedophile's dog is super excited when their owner comes home. Especially if they bring a friend to play with. That's a dark one, I know. But human beings really love dogs in return too, right? I mean, we love dogs so much, we even name human behavior after them, don't we? Right? Puppy love, puppy dog eyes. Nowadays, we have puppy energy. You guys heard this, right? Puppy energy. When a guy is so excited to get attention from a woman, he pees on the floor when she comes over. I do not have puppy energy. I have more elder abused dog who likes to bite and will eventually get put down by the shelter because he's not adoptable energy. Which is a very long-winded way of saying I'm over 40 and single. Calm down, ladies. I actually prefer being single. I do. I really do. You know, when you're single, life is simple. Life is predictable, right? Like, I can predict tonight, after the show, no one's gonna give me a blowjob. Unless I give them $50.
Only 25.
Inflation has not hit Sioux Falls the way it has hit Minnesota. I was dating a woman from Wisconsin for a little while at the beginning of the summer, but I had to break it off with her, man. She would say the weirdest things to me in bed. You know, she'd be like, oh yeah, that feels really good right there. Just keep doing that, I'll orgasm for sure. She was a little kinky, but she was not any good at it. Seems like everybody's kinky nowadays, though, right? I mean, when I was a kid, butt liquor was an insult. Now I've had it requested on the second date. All right, I'm out of time. Thank you very much, Sioux Falls. Have a good night.
All right, our final comedian of the